I have a massive problem with the word worker. I work, they work, but why am I not called a worker and they are?
They're being paid in peanuts.
Underpaid,
overworked,
badly treated,
exploited.
They don't get paid
But
enough.
workers of
On a
I want to
borderline.
help, but I don't know how. Development wouldn't be possible without
I worry about their
Better
safety.
food.
I feel really sorry
They
for them.
shouldn't just be in the
They
sun
work
all day.
really hard,
Get
but
paid
they
more.
don't get the reward.
They don't get paid enough,
At least a minimum wage.
Only live off a small amount of money.
I'm not saying anything.
Everybody knows it's happening, but the difference is, like, after you document all these stories and you know, I mean, there's tons of articles and reports and investigations and films and whatnot, but how many of these documented cases, how many of these interviews that you've done, how many of these workers whom you had crying on film, how many of them did you help? My name is Akash Jayaprakash. I'm now working at Qatar Foundation as a migrant welfare specialist. A lot of people are afraid to speak about these issues openly. You're going to get deported, you're going to get into trouble. But it's understanding that you're not going against the government. If anything, you're supporting the people. And some chicken, luncheon meat. Okay. I was born here, and a Snickers bar. In high school, I would see how a lot of these cleaners and construction workers were looked down upon, and that didn't sit right with me, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. It doesn't matter whether you sweep a floor or you sit in an office. You know, at the end of the day, we all are people first. I wanted to do something about it, but I had no idea how to go about doing something about it. How am I, a young, freshman in university, going to do something about a massive issue that affects 1.2 million people in Qatar today? Guy, he's been unpaid, not working for 8-9 months. His company has closed down. Yeah. And he's out of a job, and he's been around for 8-9 months, not having any source of income to survive, subsist. And he actually was living outside, didn't have shelter for a while either. So he's been okay for a little while, but there's no support from the company or really anyone to fix his issues. The company is willing to give him an exit permit and an NOC so that he can get a job at a different place, but he just wants to leave, but the company is not paying for the ticket. So a friend of mine was very kind enough to donate money for his ticket. So he's actually now we've managed to get him a ticket, and he's going to leave soon. But we just bought some stuff because he ran out of food. I really don't give money. I always provide them with actual food material. I try to not give cash.
पैसा मारना कुछ ही करना उस टाइम पैसा दे रहा था 8 महीना तक दिए सैलरी फिर उसके बाद नहीं बोलता है भेजेगा दूसरे महीने में भेजेगा फिर दूसरे महीने में भेजेगा बोलते इतना
The food will stay for about 2 weeks. The Ministry of Labour operates a hotline. The Ministry of Interior has a Human Rights Department and a Search and Follow-up Department. There's a National Human Rights Committee. There's the Qatar Foundation for Combating Human Trafficking. There are a lot of bodies and there are a lot of institutions and there's a lot of government bodies that whose role it is to address these issues. So if we see something that's illegal or that's unlawful or people are starving because the company refuses to pay them, it's our responsibility to let the authorities know. I think it'll be cool to have an activity, bring together all the security guards, these people, sit down, have a chat with them. What's their name? Were they trafficked into this country? And often, it happens so much in our own backyards we don't realize it. I mean, who are your security guards? Who are your cleaners? Who are your, office assistants? People who are here, service workers. What nationalities are they from? Talk to them, understand their stories. Sit down with them, understand them as people rather than workers. They have names, dreams, families, kids. They like a football team and hate another.
We just finished preparing a large meal for the workers here, and it was a lot of fun. And we got together and made the meal and laid it out.